from downtown Detroit. Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
One of the best parts, meeting the fans.
You come here and meet people from all over the country, all over the world. We just met Jets fans from Germany.
We have a fan club in Germany, about 100 people, and we travel to each home opener each year, maybe 2 or 3 games each year. And this year is our first time at a draft in Detroit, yeah.
Among the crowd.
With the 11th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Olu Fashanu. Penn State.
Moin Moin, Gangrene Germany. Hallo und herzlich willkommen zum neuen Jetpack. Es ist der zweite in dieser Woche. Ich hatte das im letzten kurz angekündigt. Ich habe mir hier nochmal 2 Leute eingeladen. Mit denen saß ich schon mal zusammen vor ungefähr 1,5 Jahren. Wir haben versucht, das nochmal zurückzuverfolgen. Es müssten so ungefähr 1,5 Jahre gewesen sein. Wir wollen heute nochmal eine amerikanische Stimme zur Free Agency und zum Draft uns reinholen. Da hatte ich richtig Bock drauf und wir haben uns das öfter mal vorgenommen, als Aaron Rodgers kam, als er sich verletzt hat, als die Saison dann irgendwann vorbei war, gelaufen war und so weiter. Und irgendwie hat es nie geklappt. Es kamen immer Sachen dazwischen. Arbeit, tatsächlich sogar mal ein Todesfall kam dazwischen. Und nie haben wir das irgendwie so richtig hingekriegt. Und diesmal haben wir gesagt, so jetzt ist Schluss. Jetzt haben wir Bock, das Ding nochmal aufzuziehen hier und über den aktuellen Draft so ein bisschen zu sprechen. Für die Leute, die uns auf YouTube zugucken, ihr hattet gerade eben das Vergnügen, ein anderes kleines Intro zu haben. Ich hatte richtig Bock, da wir ja ein paar Jungs auch in Detroit am Start hatten und die hatten uns ein paar kleine WhatsApp-Videoschnipsel und Bilder und so weiter zukommen lassen. Sascha hat sie auch auf Instagram schon ein bisschen gepostet und das habe ich von Markus das dankenswerterweise zusammengeschnitten und hat das kleine Video, was auch in Detroit im TV zu sehen war, und hat da hier vor den Podcast geschnitten und hat dann auch ein paar Bilder in das Intro reingepackt. Wir hatten heute also mal eine kleine Special Edition vom Intro. Das war mir irgendwie eine Herzensangelegenheit und das ist auch eine coole Geschichte, dass das so geklappt hat. Da das heute ein amerikanischer Gast ist, geht das natürlich ab gleich auf Englisch weiter. Erstmal begrüße ich Nils da zu meiner Linken. Der spricht auch Deutsch.
Moin, moin, auch aus Hamburg.
Moin. Ja, genau. Der spricht aber auch Englisch und deswegen haben wir Bock, das hier zusammen zu machen. Der spricht vor allem besser Englisch als ich. Also ich entschuldige mich schon mal, falls ich mal irgendwo einen Verhaspler habe, aber wie jedes Mal, das passiert eben. Dann switchen wir auf Englisch. Ich wünsch euch viel Spaß. Die Verabschiedung nachher machen wir nochmal auf Deutsch. Kleiner Tipp, wenn ihr auf YouTube das guckt, dann gibt es eine Einstellung, dass YouTube die automatischen Untertitel rausschmeißt. Wer es also auf Deutsch wenigstens mitlesen will, der könnte es auf YouTube nochmal nachgucken. Da hat man die Möglichkeit, einen Untertitel zu haben auf Deutsch. So, we switch to English. Very warm welcome to Geno from St. Louis. I know. I think it's St. Louis, yeah?
Yeah, you got it right. Look at you.
Yes, St. Louis.
Look at you.
Perfect.
Coming in clutch.
So, Geno are a very, very big New York Jets fan, and we both are Miami Heat fan, and he's a West Ham United fan.
Yes.
We got a member it's an official. It's an official from Gangrene Germany. He's the West Ham United fan too. He comes from a small town here in the north, Bremen. Yeah. In Germany we called him the Kassenwart. I think you called him in English. You called him pirate. Yeah. He steals the money of pirate. Yeah. Yep. He steals the money of Gangrene Germany member. Yeah. Toby, we love you all.
Yeah, he's the CFO actually.
Yes. And West Ham United. So English football sucks. You know, I'm sorry for that, but I'm sorry.
Man, look, already coming in hot. Oh man.
Yes.
But Italy though, huh?
Italy,
no.
Italy soccer is very cool.
Yeah, we will discuss that in summer then.
Yeah, national team. Go Italy national team. Euros, baby.
Mm.
So
everyone's like, no. Everyone's like, no. Germany all the way.
Yes, we got two teams in the Champions League quarter. Is this quarter? Yeah, half final. So Dortmund and Bayern. We got Leverkusen in the Europe League in the half final. I think the only English team is Aston Villa.
Yeah, Aston Villa
in the European League, and so it's an international series with Champions League or not?
Yeah. I follow a little bit of Marseille, follow a little bit of AC Milan as well. So I follow everything. Yeah.
And yes, so the German soccer football clubs, not soccer football. In Germany, we call it football clubs. Yeah,
right. So football.
The soccer clubs. Yeah.
I prefer football.
So very good.
I prefer football.
Yeah.
I prefer football.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm sorry. I'm wake up in the morning and I got a little cold is coming. Here in my. I don't know the word for this one.
A sore
throat.
Yes.
Yeah, sore throat.
Yeah, throat. Of course, throat. Just help me a little bit.
I will. I got you.
Okay, and so a little cold is coming, and I'm sorry for that. Okay, let's talk about Jets football. So Miami Heat sucks. They eliminated from the playoffs. So we don't have to talk about this or basketball or baseball. No. I absolutely don't know baseball. So I cannot talk about this. So we got soccer. Okay, let's go to New York Jets football. Yes, Nils, you got a question, or I will start. What is your favorite?
Yes, I thought maybe because Geno is our special guest tonight. Geno, it's always a pleasure to see you. Great to have you back on the show.
My man.
On the Jetpack podcast. And I thought maybe it would be most interesting for all of us to get to know what happened to you. What have you been doing lately since the last 1.5 years that we lastly spoke to each other? Maybe you want to explain a little bit what you're doing and what have you been doing in that time.
Okay, well, I do about 8 to 10 shows a week. I do a Miami Heat podcast. I do a Boston Red Sox podcast. Sorry, Malte.
Yeah, no problem.
And then I always follow my sports everywhere. I do a couple jobs outside of podcasting as well. Still got 3 Jet shows that I do. One's in the works. 2 of them I do a little bit more consistently. But yeah, just a big sports fan. Looking forward to the Jets season. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm Italian American. I love the Italy national team. Anything Italian, really. And yeah, that's what's going on with me, Nils.
Very cool. Very busy with lots of sports.
Very, very. And the wife don't like it.
Yes. Yeah, I can imagine. I have the same situation at home.
For sure.
So I definitely need the link for the Miami Heat podcast.
Yes, I'll give it to you. Our last show is tonight.
Perfect.
Our last show is tonight. So I'll give you the link.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Let's go to the New York Jets free agency. We got 4 big moves. I think it was big moves or moves that hurt. JFM leaves us. Bryce Huff leaves us. We got Hassan Reddick and we got Williams in the wide receiver room. So what is your sense for this 4 moves? What is your sense? Is this right? No. What is your
my thoughts on the moves? Yeah.
Yes. Thoughts.
I think, okay, so overall, the Reddick one, that was insane. I think we can all agree that was just kind of out of nowhere. I thought it was out of nowhere because I thought JFM was going to be in that position. I thought we were going to count on McDonald and JFM for those, and just whatever undrafted draft picks we would bring in that would kind of fill those roles. Or even like, because I always wait till the summer. The summer is one of those things where a lot of players can get cut. There's trades going on. You can pick up some players. I remember 2 years ago when we got Alexander from the linebacker position. So I thought we were waiting. I didn't think we would attack the draft. I think the undrafted players would come in so immediately. But when we got Reddick, I'm like, wow, top 3 player at his position. I mean, got him for like pennies, literally pennies. It sounds like, just like a draft that's like what, in a year. So, and the rest of his contract is like somewhat not too expensive. It's the JD way. The way JD handles those contracts. It was nice to get a player a top 3 at his position that's gonna just demolish offenses, demolish QBs. It's amazing. And then Williams. You know what? I love Williams. When he's out there, he's such an impactful player with his body and hands, his route running, the way he could just get up after the ball. I think overall, when it comes to Williams, when he's healthy, he is definitely a top 10, top 12 receiver. And when he's out there, he's more dangerous. There is an injury history with that. I know he tore his ACL last year, and I know he's on track to make opening day, which is very nice. But I think overall, when he's on the field, he's great. When he's injury prone, you got to worry about that because that's what the Jets worry about the most, right? We always worry about
Yeah,
injuries.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
our
yeah.
main thing.
Absolutely.
Great moves for the value price, but it doesn't help when you're not injured. So overall, I give those 2 an A.
Yeah, yeah. I was a little bit angry about the JFM move. So I hate the Jets for that because they bring itself in a position to lose JFM, and he's a homegrown talent. You
Yeah.
picked up this man and you make him great and you make him big and you lose it, and you bring yourself in this position to lose JFM. So that's what I'm angry about the Jets for this move. Yeah.
I
Or
totally
JD.
understand. I totally understand what
Yeah.
you're saying because the JFM, he sounds like he wanted to reconstruct his contract. He sounds like he wanted to come back and be a Jet for a few more years. And I just think it came down to playing time. And I think it came down to money when Reddick came in. I think they wanted to give Reddick the more playing time. And it sounds like there would have been a cheap deal. It's all over Twitter. You could see with Joe Douglas's body language. But I think overall, I think he was the odd man out, and I think they just didn't believe in him enough. Maybe I still think we should have kept him. I think it would still be beneficial, but I also know in the future, I think they're really going to try and sign Reddick back. I think this was a move to see what McDonald and JJ have more of. Maybe move Clemens to the side. I think this was more of like we're thinking of the future move.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, great. Nils, what was your thoughts about the free agency? Do you
Yes, I
love
was.
the Reddick move?
Of course. Not 100%. Of course, I love having Reddick at the New York Jets. You said they got him for pennies. I thought second round draft pick or a third round draft pick that would turn into a second round draft pick, conditional. When he gets, it is more than 10 sacks, and I have written it down here. 67.5% of the snaps. Then it will turn into a conditional second round pick. That I would say would be a little bit high, because when you think that the Eagles were already trying to sell him since weeks, and it seems that they were not able to find a trade partner for him. So I thought maybe we could have gotten him cheaper because no one else seemed to be interested in. That was my thought about that trade. Of course, I love having Reddick at the Jets. I thought it could have been a little bit cheaper.
I understand what you're saying, but I think if you're in a win mode now,
Yeah.
that's a great pick. Over Bryce Huff. And I wanted Bryce Huff to stay. I wanted JFM to stay. But if you're in a win now mode, and if we do win the Super Bowl, I guess I'm knocking on all the wood everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere. I think it's one of those things when you look back on this move, it's a genius move. It's a genius move when if we can look back on that. And also in the future, if we do sign him and if it's for this year, I think it is worth it, in my opinion. I think this would be worth it.
Yeah, okay. We will see what the future brings, and yeah,
For sure,
we have
for
to be
sure.
optimistic. And
But we
yeah,
got nothing left.
that's right. Yes,
It's the hope that kills.
absolutely. Especially when you're a Jet.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, and losing JFM also hurt a lot, and also seeing just for a sixth round pick in 2026, that was
Yeah.
really hurting. Yeah, but let's not forget also the additions of the tackles. I think that was very, very important for the
Yes, of
Jets.
course, yeah, of course.
We have signed.
We lose Beckton.
Yes, very
Yeah,
important.
very important.
And we have signed Tyrone Smith, who's an elite pass defender. And we have also signed Morgan Moses. We have signed him back. He was already at the Jets 3 years ago. And I already loved him there.
Yes.
And I hope he will bring back the same energy
Yeah.
that he has brought. Thank you, brought to the Jets before. Yeah, now we have two outside tackles, left tackle and right tackle, very experienced, very, very good skills. Both I have looked I have looked up the size and weight. Both are pretty much the same build. Both are 1.98 m and about 330. Put it down. 330 pounds. 6'6" in American, and 140 is Tyron Smith, and Morgan Moses, both very heavy and big tackles, and both, of course, 33 years old already. So there was always a little bit of a fear that they could be injured. Tyrone Smith has a history being injured a lot, and what you hear in the off season is that he did not make one single practice at Dallas. They only let him do yoga classes. Did you know that?
They were very conservative with the way he approaches the practices. He only did a few things. He didn't do everything. So they really want him to be as fresh as possible. When you look at the additions of the offensive line on paper, I think we can all agree it's going to be one of the best in the NFL. Even in the AFC East. On
Yes.
paper, the starting lineup is amazing. You look at Simpson on the left, you look at Smith on the left. Your center's Tipton, who's coming into his own. I know he's battling an injury, so that what time will tell. Vera Tucker's a very, very good player, but the thing about him is injuries again. If he could just stay on the damn field, then maybe we could get more out of him in the future. And also, I think Moses should be a Jet for life. I've loved Moses since he was here. Big fan. Didn't want to let him go, but I understand money comes into play, and I totally understand. But I think him embracing the Jets coming back has got to make fans excited again. And also, he's got a little bit of an injury history as well. But I think on paper, these guys, if they're healthy, man, it's amazing what this team could do. I love the addition. Simpson is also coming into his own. I think there's a lot left to unpack there. And also, when Moses and Smith are healthy, they're top 3 to top 5 at their position. That's amazing coming into its own. And I don't think we're done. I think we're going to get someone else, and I think it's going to come more in the summertime. But I do like what has started. I think this is a good start.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's a perfect. I don't know the word in English. In Germany, we call it Überleitung.
Nice. An analogy segment. Analogy segment. Yeah. There you go.
For to go to the draft.
Yes.
So we got 4 people from Gangrene Germany goes to Detroit to the draft. You know it.
Yeah. That was good.
So
I
they
love
was
that.
very excited, and they were for the stage and filmed the number 11 pick, and this one would be an offensive tackle, Ulu Fashanu. So I want to have a wide receiver. I was thinking about the maybe 2 weeks before the draft that maybe one of the 3 top wide receiver fall down to 10, and this not happened. And then they got the offensive tackle, and I think it's a very good pick. O-line is not my favorite. I don't. I understand the O-line, but look at me. It's much. I play football for 22 years on cornerback and free safety, so
Nice.
I know the O-line, but I don't understand the moves, and when some people says to me, this is a great pick. For me, it's a great pick. When someone says that's a shit pick, it's the shit pick. I don't know offensive liner, yeah. So that is your turn to say to me it's a great pick or it's a shit pick, Geno.
No, I think he could be the best player in at his position in this class. Eventually, you look at his long arms. He never let a tackle by. He was very consistent on that. He guarded the quarterback very well. The thing about Fashanu is he has the potential to be a starter in like a year or 2. He could even come in this year because we all know Tyron Smith is probably going to be injured at some point. Let's just be honest. Knock on all the wood we want. He's just a very injury prone guy, but he's a very good at his position. I think Fashanu has the potential, like I said, to be even better than Alt. He could. Like I wanted Fuaga. I'm gonna be honest. I really did want Fuaga. I wanted him over Fashanu. But then when I kept looking at it, when other people are talking about it, it does make sense. I think it's a great pick. I think it's the smart pick, guys. It's the smart pick. I wanted Roman Dunze. I wanted to jump up to 8, get Roman Dunze. I wanted another weapon because you want to win now. But when you think about it, I'm glad he just didn't go pick up another defensive guy. Let's just be honest, guys. Let's just be honest.
Yes.
So I'm glad he made the smart pick and getting a guy that they love. You could tell from all the behind the scenes on One Jets Drive, on Flight 24, that they truly are locked in and love this guy. I think it's a smart pick. I think it's a great pick, and I think he could be a great future piece for years to come. He's compared to a few guys have mentioned Mike the Stat Guy from Battered Jets fan, kind of a DeBrickashaw Ferguson type way. So shout out to him. So that's good. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you could also hear that JD tried to trade up in the first round to eventually get a wide receiver, but he wasn't successful. And I'm in the end, I am very happy that it didn't work out, and we took the left tackle for the future to back up the 2 off-season additions that we have now, because as I said and as you just said, they are injury prone, and it will definitely probably happen that they will not be able to stay on the field the whole season.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's a very good addition. And if you say you wanted Fuanga,
Fuaga, yeah, I really wanted Fuaga.
Yeah,
I think he's just go on.
Yeah. I also liked him, and we have a pair who is a scout for college.
Mhm.
He also said Fuaga would be the best in his opinion. Yeah, what you could hear after the draft was, we already know that Joe Douglas is looking after the RAS score a lot, and
Yes.
Bashanu has a RAS score of 9.58,
Yeah.
and Fuaga had something with 6 something.
Yeah, I think 6'8" was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a right tackle, and he has to, probably would have to learn left tackle or stay at right tackle, and we would still have to look for a left tackle for the future. So maybe the left tackle is also the best choice that we had.
It was definitely thin. I think it was definitely thin, in my
Absolutely.
opinion.
Yes.
Yeah. So the next pick comes my wide receiver. I just want to have it in the first round. So with the 65 pick, Malaki Corley comes to the New York Jets. I don't know Corley before the draft, and then the Jets draft him, and I was watching in the night. In Germany, is the first 3 rounds in the night. To 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, something like that. And I'm wake up and quiet, please, and goes to and looked on YouTube the highlight videos of Corley, and I fall in love with him. I fall
Oh
in
my
love
gosh,
with him.
yeah. Oh yeah. What's not to love
So
about Corley, man? It's Corley. Corley is gonna be such a weapon for us, and I hope we use him right too. Like, I just hope Hackett knows what he's doing, because Corley is gonna be a special
yeah.
damn player. He is compared to Debo Samuel. If you watch Corley, I love how his story with this team, that he stayed with this team and didn't get the money to transfer anywhere else because he wanted to be loyal to his team. I love hearing that. And not only that, when you watch him play after the catch, he's gone. He's
Yeah.
just gone. Everyone says
Yeah.
he's got issues with his hands. I think that's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. He is one of the best wide receivers in this class. I think we got a steal. Everyone was hoping and praying that he that he would just fall to us. And even through the text messages of Sala and Douglas from draft day, pick Corley no matter what. That
Yes.
was
Yeah.
that was the icing on the cake. Corley's going to be a special player. I hope the Jets know can manage him well. He's going to be a compliment to Williams and Wilson because of their injury history. I think he can be a good number 2. I know he's going to be probably number 3 right now, but I think overall that you gotta love the pick if you're a Jets fan. When you're comparing him to Debo Samuel.
Yeah.
Yes. Malte, you discussed that in the German podcast yesterday, and I had the same feelings. That was it was so amazing how he just burst through defenders and he just went through them. It is so fun to watch. But you said maybe that could be something that the coaches tell him to use a little bit different. Not to go straight through the defender.
Yes, coaches don't love that move. It's, of course they don't love it. You can lose the ball, and yes. So German coaches, I never played football in the NFL, yeah. So
yes.
maybe they love it, yeah. But German coaches hate that move, yeah. But to watch it on TV, it's one of the best moves you can see in the NFL. Yeah. So I'm very happy that this guy is on our team. Yeah. So
yes,
For sure.
yes.
For sure. Agreed.
It probably will be the question how he can do that in the NFL as well, and maybe he will have some tougher defenders who will not
ran through it. Yeah,
let him through. Yes.
Yeah, but I'm not really worried about that. I think overall I know the level he played at in college, it wasn't like the biggest game the biggest teams. I get that. I think it was Eastern Kentucky he went to. So like I'm not really like he's a dog, man. He is a Joe Douglas Jets type of guy. I mean, even his press conferences, you just notice he's just built different. He thinks different, and I think he's going into a good wide receiver room. So I'm
Yes.
not really worried about. I think he's gonna burn through the AFC East. I'm not really worried about it right now, unless he gets injured. Which, knock on the wood again, just don't get injured. So
Yeah.
overall, I think he's gonna fit well in the number 3.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he has a strong frame, so
Yes.
he's not the
Yes.
Tank Dell type of guy that you have to worry a lot that he gets injured.
Definitely.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely great player.
So then our running back room after the free agency and before the draft was a little bit small with 2 players, and everybody knows that there will be coming and running back, and there was on 134 Braylon Allen comes to the Jets running back room. Yeah, so Allen is like maybe I love that pick because he's a different running back for like Brees Hall and Izzy Abanikanda, you know. So he got another style, running back style for us.
I think
What do you
overall,
think? Yeah.
when you think of Allen, I think of Corey Dillon. You know, they compare him to Corey Dillon
Yeah.
from the Packers. He's got the build. He's got his run blocking is amazing. I mean, he keeps saying he's going to make sure Aaron Rodgers plays for years to come. That's what he keeps saying. And he's reunited with Tittman. I think he's going to fit the offense really well. I think he's got a potential to be number 3 or number 2 on this team. His frame, his build, his burst after when he gets the ball. I think he's got to work more on catching from the side and the left when it comes to maybe like a wide receiver. I think he's got to work a little bit more on that. But overall, I think it's a solid pick. I think this is definitely a solid type guy. I think this is a Keith Carter type of guy. I think Fashiono and Allen fits what the Jets need and what they want. Like I said, a JD and Keith Carter type guys. I really like the pick.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, has also a strong frame. He's the youngest player in the draft, 20 years old.
Yes.
He's the only player born in 2004, so still has a lot of potential and yeah, can still grow and improve and get even better. So yeah, I think he has a good future. Pass protector. He already
Yes.
announced that he will
Yes.
help Aaron Rodgers play
Aaron,
10 more
yeah.
years.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it though. I love hearing that.
Yes.
Yeah. So the next pick comes from Nils. I think he was fine with that. I don't understand this pick, and everybody is fine with that pick. And for me, it's the QE. It's not that. I'm not a fan of this pick. Yeah, but okay, Nils, go for it.
Yes. Yeah, I love it. If you see Jordan Travis from Florida State, he already had a great career at college. He was last season. He had played 11 games, had 20 passing touchdowns, 7 rushing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 63.9% completion rate, and yeah, he was already on. He was a strong candidate for the Heisman Trophy. He got in the 5th place in the end. He was ACC Player of the Year and ACC Offensive Player of the Year. And then after 11 games, he broke his leg and had to go out. If you see the video, it looked very, very sad.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Ooh, that was awful. It was awful. It was awful.
Yeah. So yeah, he had some good passing, and can rush as well. He has quick feet. I think he has all the traits for being a good quarterback in the NFL. Geno, what do you think?
I think it's a great pick. I think I would have gone maybe with the quarterback maybe in the next round, but I think we would have lost him. He was one of the guys I really wanted. It was either going to be him. I liked Hartman from Notre Dame. There was another guy I like Leary from Kentucky, but Travis I liked him as well. I think he's going to be a good backup. But I think when Aaron Rodgers and Tyrod Taylor leaves, I think he's going to be ready. I think this is going to be a good. I mean, honestly, I like this pick more than Zach Wilson. For all you Zach Wilson people out there, I wish him the best of luck. But I think I like Travis a lot. I think Travis can bring a lot to this team. He's reunited with Florida State JJ again. I think when you see his tape and when you see the mobility, when you see his arm strength, the way he runs, and the way that he's very smart. He's a very smart player. So when I just never saw that a lot from Zach. So I think more it's a little different. It's a little different seeing Travis. So I like it. I think his ceiling's high. Just don't play him. Don't play him this year. I don't want to see him. Just don't see him this year. I don't even want to see him next year. Just let the kid learn. Let the kid learn. And I think he could be the quarterback of the future for the New York Jets. I like it.
Absolutely. That is something that our freshly first round draft picks, quarterbacks did not have the opportunity to get the opportunity to learn, to sit and learn before they were just thrown into the game from the very first beginning, and it did not work out. So that will probably be the better way to do it.
Agreed.
I don't think so.
And then there's Malte.
You know. Let me explain. There are 31 other teams. They don't pick him, and 170 picks before the Jets pick him, and 171. So 31 other teams don't like him as much that they can pick him before we do it. And Joe Douglas is perfect in not pick good guys. In of course he picked Source. I really love Source Gardner. If I divorce to my wife, I will marry him. So this is okay. So this is of course Source and Garrett Wilson, great picks. Everything is fine. Okay, yeah. But all the other guys, and I think it was 4 drafts. He picks a lot of shit. Beckton and Wilson, and there's a list of names I can't remember. Yeah, so I don't think that Joe Douglas will hit a QB on the 171 pick. I hope I'm here. I have no. I don't. I lost the word for this. I hope I'm not right.
You hope you're not wrong. You hope you're not wrong, right? You hope you're not right either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I don't think so. I think that will be. He will be a journeyman in the league and goes on spot 3 and 4 practice squad player, something like that. Okay, we just have 2 quarterbacks with Aaron Rodgers and Tyrod Taylor, and we need a third quarterback on the roster, but I don't think that Jordan Travis is the future for the New York Jets. I hope that you are right and I'm wrong, but we will see it.
It's all good. It's all good. I get it.
We have a meeting every year, and in 3, 4, and 5 years, we say here on a Thursday evening, and then we can talk about it, and maybe one of us is right. Yeah.
Hopefully sooner than that. Let's do sooner than that.
Of course, you have made a lot of negative experience in the last
With the
few
Jets,
years.
yes.
That
Yes,
doesn't make you very
definitely.
optimistic for.
Yes,
I
yeah,
totally
of
get
course.
it.
such
That's what the
things,
Jets
yes.
do to us. That's what the Jets do to us. I get it.
Of course, yeah. But yeah, still. And of course, that one question is important. Why did he only go in the 5th round and nobody else wanted to take him? That is something that's a little bit
I just think
critical.
everybody else chose. I mean, even early in the 2nd round, corners were going, wide receivers were going. 3rd round, it was more offensive line, and then the defense was starting to come play. I just think everything fell to quarterbacks in the last day because Travis, in my opinion, I had Travis going in like the 3rd or 4th round. I didn't think he was going to be first, 2nd round. People thought that he had the caliber to do that, but I think going in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th round, I think I would have totally picked him to do that. Now, Penix and Bo Nix going in the 1st round, that was not on my not my
No.
thing.
Yes,
That
yes,
not in the
yes.
top 6 or top 10. That was more like later, maybe bottom 1st round, maybe 2nd, 3rd round. But hey, whatever.
Yeah. So, and then we got another running back,
Yeah,
Isaiah
what the heck?
Davis. So yeah, I think my first reaction was, oh shit, this is a battle with Easy Abanikanda, you know. The Booth goes for the 3rd spot, fourth spot in the running back room.
Yeah. Honestly, I think maybe they were trying to get a guy like on special teams, maybe. I think he's got a lot of upside for being, I mean, they love him a lot. Isaiah Davis from Jacksonville, I think he's a very, I mean, he's 6'2", you know, he's very tall, he's very fast. He's a fast guy. He runs routes really well. But the thing is, I think they're more bringing him in for special teams. I don't think this was more of he's going to be a future maybe number 3, number 4. I think he's got the upside to do that. Maybe there's something wrong with Izzy. Maybe he's not picking up the playbook really well. Maybe that's why they brought in Allen and Davis. Maybe, but I would have gone O-line here or a safety, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think, but that was kind of like an odd one to me because like I'm looking at Isaiah Davis, I'm like, I don't know too much about you, but you have a lot of upside. You have a lot of upside. So we'll see what happens.
Did Davis play as a returner as well in college? Do you know that?
I don't know that, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he did punt and kick returning. He looks like the type of guy that would when I look at him.
Yes. Tarek, our guy from Gangrene Germany, wrote that in the chat, but I couldn't find anything about that. But yeah, he's even taller and even bigger than Braylon Allen.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
They love their running backs, don't they? Jets love their
Yes.
running backs. I mean, Izzy last year, Brees the year before, a year before after that. I mean, and then they got 2 here. I'm like, dang.
Yes.
Okay, great, sure.
He has an RAS score of 8.85, also very high.
Right. Like I said, guys, I would have gone a different direction. I think he's got a lot of upside, special teams, but I'm still like I was kind of like stumped on this pick, gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we are done with the running back. So, and then comes a cornerback. That's my absolutely favorite position. I love cornerbacks.
I know, yeah.
And you know, I'm collecting cards. You know,
Ah,
so
cool.
sport cards from the Jets, of course, and I'm collecting Sauce Gardner autographs. You know, so I got under 20, 17, 18, something like that. And
Cool. That's awesome.
you know, it's a collecting sports cards game. It's very it's on was heißt Wachstum?
Growth.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yes, yeah. It will be yeah. So,
I like it. I like
I
it.
love cornerbacks. Yeah. And so we got Stiggers, Qantas Stiggers. I don't know this guy. I have to watch highlight videos on YouTube if he has some. And yeah, so anyone can talk about Qantas Stiggers.
So Stiggers, I actually picked him on one of my mock drafts. I'm familiar with him a little bit. I do watch the CFL quite a bit. I do like CFL football. He was rookie of the year last year for his team. I
And
mean,
the first defensive player to ever be rookie of the year in the CFL, right?
correct. Yeah, there you go. Nice, Nils. So
Yes.
it's one of those things where he's got a lot of upside. I think he's gonna make this team. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's gonna make this team. I don't think he's gonna be a practice squad guy. This is their type of cornerback. The journey. It's all about the journey with this kid. Didn't go to college, had a full ride scholarship somewhere, but he wanted to provide for his family. Goes to the CFL. I just think they love his worth, especially when you see the behind the scenes with the security guard. And they even said that they think he's got a great shot of making this team because of the journey he's been on. I think he's great. I mean, he had the most in the league, in his league CFL, he had the most interceptions as well. So I like the
5
move.
last season, 56
Yeah.
tackles,
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that
16
crazy?
games. Mhm.
I think, like I say, he's got a lot of upside. I think he is going to make this team. I think this is kind of like, oh, I don't know much about him, but they're saying good things about him. For me, I like an underdog. I like someone to go out there and steal a
Yes.
position. I would love him to be here. He could play safety too. I wouldn't mind seeing him at safety. I wouldn't mind seeing him at cornerback. I think he has a great chance to make his team. I do like him a lot. But like I said, I would have gone a different direction because I did want someone else, but I do like the pick for the future because you don't know in the cornerback position who's going to be here next year.
That's right. Also, first CFL player to ever been drafted in the NFL.
Correct. Yes.
Yes. And an RAS score of 9.34.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, sir.
Also fits into Joe Douglas's board.
He's a dog, man. He's a dog.
Yeah.
Very entertaining. Very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, when you look at his tape, you could see that he was jumping very high to pick up interceptions
Yes.
from
Yes.
the receivers. So that was very impressive.
The width and height span of his legs and hands. Yeah.
Yeah.
Legs and arms. Yeah.
And then we got our last pick, and I Brock Purdy comes with this thing called Mr. Irrelevant in the league, and I hate it, but I think Brock Purdy don't is it, take him, put him to Denver, put him to Las Vegas, put him to New England, and he will not work. It's just the team and the coaching staff and everybody loves Brock Purdy, and I don't think he's okay as a quarterback, but he's not that one that everybody makes it's Brock Purdy and he's the best quarterback in the league, So I don't think so. I hate Mr. Irrelevant, this title, because everybody loves it now because it's Brock Purdy and he's Mr. Irrelevant and he rocks the whole NFL, and I think it's the team and it's the coaching staff and something like that. Brock Purdy for me is not, So
I see where Malte is going with this.
Yes. So, but we got a safety on this position, Jalen K and K. I don't know how to say his last name, and
Key.
K. Yeah.
Key.
So
Key.
yes, he's a safety. The Jets have we all can see that the safety game in the last season was not was not the the defense worked without the
Yeah.
safety position. Yeah, the
Yeah, like a
cornerbacks and the
thin,
defensive end.
right?
Yes, it's not important for be a safety in the Jets defense.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm fine with that. That we can go with Davis. I think Davis will be one of our safeties. Maybe Clark, and we got Key.
Clark, Davis, Key,
Adams.
Key.
Adams as well. I know there's a few more like undrafted guys that we have signed. I know you still have Bernard Converts in there from last year coming back from injury. I know undrafted guys like Battle and Jenkins and Monroe. It's gonna be a very this I would say this is going to be we're going to lose a lot of key players depth wise because people are coming back from injuries. So I think Key is going to go into a good situation. He's an Alabama guy. I love Alabama. That's my college team. He didn't really play much. He was more of a special teams guy. But when he was out there, he did make a few impacts and he embraces the Mr. Irrelevant thing. So he loves being irrelevant. He said it, and so has the Jets, and the Jets picked him for a reason. I think he's going out there, he's going to prove some people wrong. Will he make this team? Only time will tell, maybe practice squad, but he is a good special teams, great at blocking. Still has to work on his ball skills. Still got to work on some routes back there, but it's definitely high potential. But as an irrelevant for people that don't know him as well, could be interesting. You never know.
You never know. Yeah.
Yes.
So-
RAS 8.93. But yeah, I would say safety would be the position that I would like to see another addition from free agency, or probably not a trade, free agency.
Yeah, I see that for sure, especially with the cuts going on in the summertime, even after training camp. I think we could sneak up someone. I know someone wants Simmons. But I think we're at to pay some money for him, so I would love that. But I don't know. I think I might be fine with not getting another safety. I can't believe I'm saying that. I can't believe I'm saying, because I love this safety position.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. You have to give me more time with that one. That one's up in the air if I want to get someone or not.
There's still a former Jets player without a contract on the market.
Okay. Nils, I'm gonna stop you right there. Okay. Well, guys, it's been fun. You have a great one.
Do you know? Yes, of course you know, but I have to drop it here. Source says the goddamn same words like Jamal. For when Jamal was in his second year, he says he wants to be a Jet for lifetime, and Source say it today.
Yes.
When I come from work home,
I'm not gonna read too much into that, fellas. We've heard this before. So
Nobody
it's one
wants
of those.
to hear that.
Listen, everyone's gonna go wild for now. It's great news, but let's be honest, fellas. We've had worse luck in saying that people said that, and then they don't come back. It's great to hear that right now, but I mean, I will say this though, and you can quote me on this. I think out of all the draft picks from that year that we have a great chance of re-signing, I think he's number one. I think he's definitely number one of re-signing. But yeah, I don't want to hear. It's like, okay, great. Sauce is in the moment. He's embracing the moment. He feels good about this team this year. That's great. Keep the positive vibes going. But man, I'm not gonna get my hopes up right now because that's my favorite. Because that's why he's on my wall. He's one of my favorite players. I don't want to be crushed again. So
yes,
Right.
And did you take note? Probably you did. We already talked about. We had a delegation from Gangrene, Germany, also in Detroit. I have never seen so many Germans in the NFL draft. What do you think?
It was a star-studded. I mean, there was a few Irish, few UK. Germany was the most. I mean, it was really cool. seeing all that come together. Finally, you guys are getting recognized. Europe is getting recognized. I think that's a great
Absolutely,
thing.
yes.
I think it's a great thing. You guys have been, I've been a big fan of you guys for a long time, and I love what you guys
Thank you.
do overseas. So I'm glad you guys are getting all the recognition that you guys are getting. So I love it.
Yeah, you can see it's getting bigger
It's
and
getting
bigger
bigger,
in Germany.
bigger and bigger.
Bigger, yeah.
Yeah.
We already had two NFL games in Germany last year. I attended one, by the way,
Nice, nice.
and yeah, unfortunately, it
So
was the Patriots.
Oh, I know. Godspeed, Godspeed.
Yeah, but it
so
was
Geno,
still a very nice experience. And
I'm
yeah,
I'm I'm really not a fan about the international series.
Yeah, I
You know,
remember you talking about
I'm
that, Malte.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm really not a fan about this. You know, um, you don't live in New York, and we both not. Okay, we have to travel to Jets games
we do.
for every
We
time.
do.
Yeah, so
Right, right.
okay, everything is fine. But you live in New York or in New Jersey, or you're a Jets fan, and you live there. You only have 8 or 9 home games without playoffs. When
Right.
then one game, when it's your home game, is in Germany or in London or in Brazil, I really will hate this. You know, they take me a home game away from me, so I'm not a fan about this. When I think, you know, I'm a Dortmund fan, and I okay, it's soccer. We have 70 home games and 70 away games, and the
Right.
international games. Yes, it's more games. Yeah, like the NFL season. But I will hate it if one game or two home games and you lose these games, um, and they goes to China or something like that. And as I'm not a fan, in Germany there was no there was a lot of people in the stadium. They are not uh, they are not fans of the teams they played there, and this it's not. Yes, for me
Oh, I see
it's a
what you're
shit, you
saying.
know.
Okay,
So
I see what you're saying now. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yes,
All the random jerseys that people wear, like
yes,
from a
yes.
long time ago. I see what you're saying. Like I remember in the German and UK series, even in Mexico, I saw Braden Mann jerseys, which was hilarious. I saw some Hennessy jerseys, our long snapper. Like I was like, what in the world? I've never seen anything like that. So that's funny. That was funny. I get
Yeah,
what you're
yeah,
saying, though. I get what you're saying.
yes. I'm
yeah.
not a fan
Actually, it
about this.
was. I was there, so actually, it was just a big celebration of NFL football in general. Everyone came together, and I think everyone just loved to see people from other teams and talk to each other. We also had a meeting with the fan clubs in Frankfurt, and yeah, it was just a very nice atmosphere. I totally imagine what you say, Malte. I had the same discussions with my friends, with my Hamburg football fans WhatsApp group. My friends I know since I'm young. And one also said, I would hate that because I always try to say them why football is so much better than soccer because not Bayern Munich is getting the German champion in 10 years. Now it's Leverkusen one time, but because of the financial situation and no salary cap, it is just not the same as the NFL. But the one guy said, I would hate if Hamburg would have to play in China or something else. And yeah, I can totally imagine if Jets fans would not like to see the Jets play abroad. Although I would love to
Yeah.
come to England, to London, and see them there.
Yeah. I'm indifferent, but I totally understand both your guys' opinions about it. I think it for me, I just haven't been there. I haven't been to the games. I haven't had those experiences, but I do understand about going to Jersey, going to see a Jets game. I understand the away side of it because I've been to a bunch of Rams games. I've been to Chiefs games, You know, I've worked for the NFL. I've worked for the NHL before. So
Mhm.
I totally understand when they branch out to different areas. Sometimes people are going to hate it and sometimes people are going to love it. So I totally understand where you guys are both coming from.
So, Geno, if the Jets play in London this year against the Jaguars, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a chance to play the Jets in London, yeah. So talk to your wife. We three have a meeting there in London.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta catch a West Ham game too. All right, so I gotta go both.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So maybe you talk today to her, so that's not a surprise if you comes in September or so. She already knows it.
You can tell her
Yeah.
Malte and Nils have approved. They gave their green light. Green
Hey,
light.
and you're wearing green, and you're wearing green.
Yes.
That's great. All right, I'm going to work on that. I'll work on that.
Okay. So we got we have catched our hour. So Geno, so if we don't start it and you was not there, Nils, we talk about it that we will have it in an hour to cut.
Yep. Okay.
So yes, Geno, very Nils becomes the last words, or you becomes the last words. I'm ready to take off.
Take on. We're ready to jet back out of here. Get back out of here. I love it.
No, Geno, I have
very
asked.
so wait.
Sorry,
So
yeah.
Geno, that was I appreciate you. So that was very. I'm very thankful that you are here and
Definitely.
have have the time for us. And yes, maybe we don't wait for the next 1.5 or 2 years. It will be we make this thing faster here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this for everybody here. I am a huge fan of when it comes to European Jets. I love the UK, I love the Irish, and I love Germany on what they've done for their fan clubs. I am a huge advocate for them. I work with them a lot when it comes to podcasts and stuff, and I feel even though I'm an Italian American, like I have a lot of roots in Italy, and I feel a lot of the culture. I feel a lot of what everyone's talking about. So I am a huge advocate for what you guys do. I love you guys. I definitely want to do this more. And also I got to get that hat, Niels. I got to bring that hat back on. So I totally understand that.
Yes,
But
please.
this was fun.
Yeah.
This was fun. I love you guys. I talked to a bunch of the German guys all the time from your group as well. So you guys are awesome. Anytime, my friends.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
perfect.
The one last question I was asking Malte already before we started the talk. One last question I would like to give to you. Since you're an Italian, I think you will be probably the best expert.
Okay. All right.
Pineapple on pizza. What do you say?
God. No, absolutely not. Oh my gosh. Someone asked me the other day, so a family member asked me, I love Hawaiian pizza. I'm like, oh no, I know what's coming after this. It's coming after this. And I'm like, all right, I'm glad you like it, but pineapple should never belong on a pizza.
No,
in my
no,
personal
no.
opinion. That's just me. It's been my way of life all the time, ever since I was a kid. So no, Niels, I'm gonna say a hard no. Hard no.
Okay, very good, very good. Now
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Perfect.
I love it.
yeah.
So,
Thank you very much, Geno. It was a
Appreciate
big
you.
pleasure. Again,
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
all the best to you. Hope
You
to
too,
talk
guys.
to you soon. See you
For sure.
maybe
For sure. Always, guys.
in autumn in London.
of course.
They're never gonna Malte, you gonna let that go too? No, you're not gonna let that go.
Yes, of course. Save the date. Yeah. So.
Good stuff, guys.
So.
Okay.
I go back to German for a minute, and then we've done here. Thank you, Geno and Nils. That was a great hour for me. So, das war's für heute im Jetpack und Nils und Geno waren dabei und natürlich ich. Ich habe auch ganz vergessen, aber ich glaube, Nils hat es erwähnt, er kommt auch aus Hamburg, ne? Ja, ich glaube, du hast am Anfang gesagt,
Ja.
er kommt aus Hamburg.
Ja.
Ja. Sonst sagen wir immer, wo wir herkommen, aber das habe ich irgendwie verdattelt. Ich hoffe, es hat euch irgendwie Spaß gemacht und ich habe immer Bock, dass wir auch nochmal eine Stimme von außerhalb dazu holen. Und ja, es war eine coole Geschichte einfach und vielleicht hat man es ein bisschen gehört, dass wir echt Spaß daran hatten heute. Und ja, es geht normal weiter. Ich glaube, nächste Woche steht auch was an, bestimmt. Ich habe es jetzt verdattelt oder wir haben noch gar nicht richtig drüber gesprochen. Auf jeden Fall geht es weiter nächste Woche. Ich habe auch vor, noch einen Podcast einmal zu machen. Das kann ich hier auch noch mal kurz ankündigen. Mit Marc auf jeden Fall aus der Gang in Germany und Markus wird dann auch mal wieder dabei sein. Da wird es um Trading Cards und unterschriebene Helme und dergleichen gehen, dass wir mal einmal da irgendwie einen kleinen Einblick dazu geben, was die Sammler so in der Gang in Germany sammeln. Vielen Dank, dass ihr dabei wart und Geno, Nils, macht's gut. Bis zum nächsten Mal.
Jet up.
Till next time. Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.
Bye bye, Geno.